This is a follow-up on a video we did a couple of days ago regarding the Generation Z equation in the attempted assassination of President Trump. More things have come to light pertaining to that and other things. I don't have to repeat what's been going on as far as our investigation. It's almost like my wife said, a Monty Python comedy act in a way. It's just unbelievable how inept they are. It really is. As I said before, I worked for the government over 10 years, and I'm not surprised at all at any of it. Okay, that's another story for another time, perhaps. I talked about the Generation Z factor in this that people aren't really talking about. And ironically, since then, as you may or may not know, the assassin, I don't have to mention his name, Generation Z, he was on Discord servers, and he was supposedly thrown out. I wouldn't be surprised if he was on that cesspools. Retire on dividends. Not funny, but probably not. But I was thinking about it more and more, and I realized that the Generation Z people have infected most of those servers, because I was looking for a way of leaving the retire on dividends server long before the asshole blocked me because of some Gen Z people coming after me, and him not, and they were Gen Z people. One was a 25-year-old Muslim American, his boyfriend in the background instigating opties, something they called them, and that all factored. I won't even get into that and all, me being tossed, but they did me a favor. But anyway, before that, I was looking for other servers related to my interest or whatever. And I started with the investing, of course, in stocks and ETFs particularly. And I couldn't find anything. Things I found were mediocre. There were a couple of young people there. It wasn't as much acrimonious or anything like that. So I said to myself, well, why don't I go back to my skill set I used to have over in YouTube, and that is politics, and more importantly, religion, pertaining to antiquity, Bible, the corruption of the Bible, the real journey of Christianity, what was made up from day one, that kind of stuff. So I looked at a couple of servers. I went and I actually joined, and all I found were people, which I realize now were Gen Z people, fighting and fighting. Not even talking about religion, or talking about things on the outskirts of religion and bringing it into the equation. But there was nothing there of scholarship, nothing there of academic things, no intellectual curiosity, as I call it, just total fighting. So they're really infesting everything, not just in one particular server or two. The Democrats have doubled down. I mean, they did that little pause right after the attempted assassination of Trump, and it only lasted maybe 24 hours, and he picked up the thing again. And these people are never going to quit. I just found out that Biden is proposing term limits for Supreme Court justices. And more disturbing, he wants some kind of presidential proclamation or something to change the rules of immunity for the president. Gee, I wonder who he's talking about. They are not going to give up. They are not going to give up. We're in a war of words, people, and you just got to keep up. And I just want to tell you one other thing, and I'll have to keep repeating it. You're looking at somebody. We both voted for Obama twice. The second time was kind of, because by then we realized the change in hope was all a bunch of bullshit and rhetoric. And later on we found out, of course, that his economic recovery that he brags about was the most mediocre and tepid since they've been tracking him. So, but by then, what choice do we have? Okay, but we voted for him twice. So we're not any die-hard Republicans by any stretch of the imagination. And all the stuff they're doing at the RNC, I mean, some of it's nice. I like Vance. He's my kind of guy, an attack dog. There's no political correctness and all. But this Gen Z factor is coming up more and more and more. Isolation, certain age group, not too educated, unemployed, the whole thing. My son, our younger son, seems to think that he did have help. And I'm inclined to maybe believe that, but they're still supposedly, the FBI still trying to track down his phone and the contacts.
It's all distraction. That's all. It's just distraction. The whole thing, all these inconsistencies, you're just stupid if you actually stop to think everything that's coming out doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's
You
just
can't have a cop in the same building downstairs, right? Supposedly. And yet the FBI and the Secret Service had to use a car to get in because the gate was locked and they couldn't unlock it. Come on. And I can name like 10 other things. They're just stupid.
yeah, it's almost it's just mind-boggling. So, but the factor with the FBI is that they're still working on a thing. I think they already know of any contacts if there were. I think what they're trying to do is just, if there were other people involved, make them think they can't get to the information while they go and maybe do perform arrest or whatever. I have no idea. My concern is about the political situation. If anything, this has galvanized the Republican Party, and they're united, supposedly, better than they've ever been, because it's given them a crusade. So this loser that took the shots at the President Trump, backfired on whatever he was trying to prove. Really, it backfired. It's probably united the right wing and the Republicans better than they've ever been united. So, in our next video, we may talk about our journey getting to Trump, as far as supporting him or what have you. And believe me, it was a long, torturous one. Stay tuned.